Hello, my dear clever learners. How are you doing today? Are you having fun with our previous videos? Well, I'm hoping that it helps you in your studies.
English 6, Week 6. Evaluating narratives based on element. In this lesson, you will learn how to evaluate narratives based on how the author developed the elements such as character and setting. Knowing this skill, your literary appreciation will be developed and your vocabulary and comprehension skill may be improved. You will also learn different lessons that exist in the story presented in this lesson. Setting. It refers to the geographic location, places or scene, and time within a narrative. It makes the story vivid and interesting. Setting is the time and place or when and where of the story. Usually, the setting is not said directly. Instead, clues are given for the readers to infer. Let's try for this one. As the sun set in the horizon, Jim fixed his things and slowly walked his way home. It was dark and silent. At a distance, he could see his father peeping at the window, waiting for someone. Father came home from the city where he is currently working. Though it was lonely at times for Jim, missing his father, seeing him home once a month makes him happy. So what is the time the story happens? Yes, very good. It happens during nighttime. So nighttime answers when. How about where was the story happen? Yes, correct. It's in Jim's home. So let's have another element, which is characters. Characters are important element in short stories because they drive the story as a whole. So mostly, there are two types of characters in the story. The heroes or the protagonist and the villains or the antagonist. Heroes or protagonists are the characters who play the role of good guy. While on the other hand, the villains or the antagonists are the characters who created tension or trouble that would lead to a problem or a conflict marked as bad guy. Have you read a story with these two characters? So let's have this one. Jazz was alone at home when someone knocked at the door. Jumping up from her seat, she ran to open the door. "Do you have internet connection?" asked the stranger. Jess was scared and nervous. She was actually expecting her mother at the door. She wanted to shut the door, but it was too late. The stranger was so rude that he had already pushed her inside the house. Did you understand the story? Who are the characters play in the story? Yes, Jazz and the stranger. And where is the setting or where is the story happen? Yes, in Jazz's home. Do you feel the same like what Jazz felt? Yes, because the traits or the qualities happened or felt or nervousness or rudeness. From the two characters in the story, who plays the villains? Yes, the strangers. Yes, he played the role of bad guy. Now you already know how to identify the characters and the settings of the story. So let us evaluate the traits or the qualities of the characters as to how they portray their roles in the narrative. Write the correct answer in your notebook. Don Juan and his wife Namongan lived in Nalboan, now part of La Union in the northern part of the Philippines. They had a son named Lamang. Before Lamang was born, Don Juan went to the mountain in order to banish a group of their Igorot enemies. 5 months have passed and Don Juan is still in the mountains. Namongan gave birth to a baby boy. The baby suddenly spoke and told Namongan to name him Lamang and choose his uncles. Lamang trained to become stronger to prepare for his journey to find his father, Don Juan. Lamang set out to find his father after being missing for years. He is accompanied by his pet, a gray dog, and his rooster. During his exhausting journey, he rested for a while and set a camp. He fell asleep and he had a bad dream about his father's head being stuck on a pole by the egret. Using your learner's packet, answer the following questions that follow. Write only the letter of your answer. He sees his father slain and the head decapitated on a spike. While the headhunters are celebrating on his anger, he challenges of them to a duel. He defeats the headhunters, kills them all, and except for one, whom he let go so that he could tell other people about his greatness. Upon returning to Nalboan in triumph, he was bathed by women in the Amburayan River. All the fish died because of the dirt and odor from Lamang's body. Upon arriving home, Lamang decides to court his love interest, Ines Canoyan, and they live together as a happy and loving couple. Using your learner's packet again, answer the question, items 1 to 5, and write it in your notebook. So let's try this another activity. This is really familiar to you and close to your heart. Read the narrative, then answer the questions that follow. San Narciso, a Bundok Peninsula's Little Gem by French Fries. There are places that become memorable not only because they are breathtaking or beautiful. There are places that you will never forget simply because in some ways it has changed you. San Narciso, a sleepy but enchanting town in the less traveled part of Quezon, is such one place. Named after Gobernador General Narciso Claveria, who visited in 1846 and helped establish the place. San Narciso boasts of its long tradition of sinaculo enacted every Holy Week. Friendly locals who smile at you while walking in the street, making you feel at home, and natural beauty that could make your heart smile again. Questions. Write your answers in your answer sheet. What place considered a Bundok Peninsula's Little Gem? 2. Who visited and helped establish the place, then later named it after him? What tradition that was enacted during Holy Week? Where is the place located? Can you imagine the setting of the narrative text? And lastly, what can you say about the locals? Is the narrative text familiar to you? Is it close to your heart? Yes, because it is our hometown. Reading good stories will enhance your knowledge and literacy skills, spark your imagination, and will stimulate your curiosity. Without these elements, character and setting, stories would not be great and reading would not be fun.
So see you in my next video. God bless. Bye.